Hello everyone, this is Dennis, and you're on the Den Electro channel. Today I'll tell you how to increase or decrease the voltage of a voltmeter. And it's much easier than you think. I think many of you have experienced this situation. You need a voltmeter, but you only have one that's rated for either very high or very low voltage. A voltmeter with a low voltage can't be used, and a voltmeter with a high voltage will give inaccurate readings. After all, it's always better if the needle deflects the entire scale, not just a few divisions. That's my situation. I have a cool Soviet voltmeter from 1968 that reads 50 volts, and I'd like to get the exact same one, but only rated for 25 volts. But to change its settings, you have to disassemble it first. Under the dial is the hand control mechanism and a large resistor. This is what interests me. All DC hands are designed the same way. Their circuit diagram looks like this. Current is supplied to the hand mechanism coil not directly, but through a resistor. The hand mechanism coil has very low resistance. Even if I apply 1 volt to it, the current will be so strong that the coil will immediately burn out. That's why I put a resistor in series with the dial. By changing the resistor's resistance, I can change the current passing through the dial. This will change the deflection of the dial. For example, if I want to increase the maximum working voltage of my voltmeter, I'll have to increase the resistor's resistance. This is very easy to do. My voltmeter has a 50 kilo ohm resistor, and the maximum deflection of the dial occurs at 50 volts. If I double the resistance and apply 50 volts to the voltmeter, the dial won't reach the full scale. It will stop roughly halfway, since the current has been halved. Now I can apply even more voltage. The maximum deflection of the needle will occur at approximately 100 volts. Well, if the resistor's resistance is quadrupled, then instead of 50 volts, 200 volts can be supplied. To increase the voltage, you don't have to disassemble the dial at all. You can simply add another resistor externally. My task now is different. I need to make the dial pointer reach its full potential at 25 volts, not 50 as it currently does. Therefore, I need to increase the current flowing through the dial. To do this, the resistor's resistance must be halved. In such simple problems, you don't need to use complicated formulas. You just need to use logic. After the modification, you can no longer apply 50 volts to this dial. Otherwise, it will burn out from the high current. To change the resistor's resistance, you can desolder it and install a new one. But I won't do that. I'd rather add a second adjustable resistor in parallel with this one. I'll use a Soviet-era 220 kilo ohm resistor. Now, when I change the resistance of this resistor, the total resistance of the two resistors soldered in parallel will also change. If the resistance is very small, the maximum deflection of the needle will occur even at 5 volts. It's always best to use a trim pot with a resistance at least twice that of the resistor installed in the dial head. This is especially true if you only want to halve the voltage. This will make it easier to achieve precise needle deflection. Please note that before applying voltage to the new circuit, you must ensure that the new variable resistor is set to its maximum resistance. If it is set to its minimum resistance, then when voltage is applied, the current will flow directly with virtually no resistance, and the dial head can easily burn out. I wrote the new numbers below the scale and made no further changes. At the end, only the 50 volt number remains, but then I'll know for myself that I only have 25 volts there. I placed the variable resistor on the back. To keep it in place, I secured it with hot glue. Now let's try turning it on. I set the voltage on the converter to 5 volts. It's now being fed to the dial. The voltmeter needle shows less than it should, so I need to adjust the variable resistor. I'll adjust it until the needle stops at 5. The variable resistor is very sensitive, so I can't get the desired result right away. The needle stopped almost level. I'll try adding more voltage. "10 volts is almost right." But at 15 volts it shows a little more. I'll try adjusting the variable resistor and adjusting the reading slightly, so that the needle stops at 15 volts. I couldn't get it level again. It shows a little less. At 20 volts, the error is the same. And at 25, it's exactly the same. The difference is about 0.1 volts. I'll reduce the voltage again. Now at low voltage, instead of 5, it only shows 4.5. And so on down to the very minimum. It turns out that when I synchronize with a certain number and start decreasing the voltage on the analog voltmeter always shows slightly less. But when I increase the voltage always shows slightly more. The difference is only a few tenths of a volt, of course, but it's still a bit annoying. There's likely one of two problems here. Or the dial head needs to be positioned vertically, as it's designed to work in that position. When positioned horizontally, the readings may be slightly distorted. The second reason could be that one of the devices is showing the wrong voltage. After all, the one on the right is just a Chinese converter for a few dollars, and the one on the left is a digital voltmeter made 56 years ago. So there's no point in talking about any kind of accuracy here. In any case, I wasn't chasing any precise voltage setting here. I simply wanted to show how to set the voltmeter. Then, when I install this arrowhead in my power supply, I will try to configure it so that at low voltage in the range from 0 to 10 volts, the voltage matches as accurately as possible. Above that, you can work with a small margin of error, since for a device that operates at 5 volts, a difference of half a volt is more significant than for a device that operates at 20 volts. Besides the main modification, I made a small modification. Since I'll be using the voltmeter in one of my future projects, I decided to add LEDs for backlighting. I used two 3mm yellow LEDs connected in series. I mounted them at the bottom, on either side of the dial, and superglued them in place. The power wires for them are also routed out the back. I plan to use this voltmeter in a power supply. It doesn't have a case yet, but I showed how to assemble its circuit in one of my previous videos. The link is in the description. I've fully assembled the voltmeter. Now I can see how the backlight works. I'm turning it on. The LEDs are working, but they're hard to see in bright light. Only if you tilt the dial. If you turn off the desk lamp, the backlight is visible. But in person, it looks much better than on camera. And in the dark, it looks really cool. That's all for today. Like, subscribe to my channel. Ask questions in the comments if anything is unclear, and bye everyone.